Fantasy football audience. This is Fantasy Football Come True Outtake. This is where our two stars of Fantasy Football Come True, B. Foster and Ron Fun, they tell you exactly where their money is going. They tell you exactly where the money is going. This is no different from being in Las Vegas. Fellas, we in Las Vegas. It's time to put the money on the table and give it to the man across the green and brown countertop. Let's give it up. Fellas, where we going this week on Outtake? This is a 6-week. It's going to be a difficult week. Where we going? B. Foster, you want to talk to us first on where we going?
I got you, man. Yeah, I'm hot, man. Coming off 2 strong weeks, man. So I'm feeling good. This game can humble you quick, man. But we're gonna stay hot, man. This week, man. I'm trying to think of a clever name to call my 3 picks, man. I ain't got one yet. We're gonna go with the triple threat this week, man. The triple threat, man. So my first one, mentioned on the full show, man, is Matthew Stafford, man, going against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's coming off a bye. I love teams coming off a bye. The Jaguars have given up 30 points the last 4 weeks, man. The greatest indicator of quarterback's performance, man, is the team implied total. Detroit is implied to score 29 points this week, according to Vegas. Vegas is right most of the times why people lose money out there. So I love Matthew Stafford this week going against the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. My second guy I'll give you, man, is right here in Carolina, man. I'm going with Mike Davis. A lot of people may be scared away of Mike Davis as he gets the Bears this week, but quiet as kept, man. The Bears are just middle of the pack against the run, man. They're great against the pass. They're very good against the pass, but they're not as stout against the run. And Mike Davis is still catching a lot of passes out of the backfield. That gives us a great floor, man. He's a lock to catch 4 or 5 passes, man. So he's going to be solid for us at $7,000. Don't shy away from Mike Davis this week against the Chicago Bears. My third guy, I'm gonna go with another running back, man. I'm gonna stay in the same game. Typically, we don't love to pay for running backs in the same game, but this week is too juicy, man. I'm going right on the other side, and I got, again, David Montgomery, man. I mentioned in the show how bad the Panthers are against the run, man. They've proven it 5 weeks straight, definitely 4 weeks straight. Last week they made Todd Gurley look like Barry Sanders, and Todd Gurley is on one knee out here, man. Todd Gurley doubled his season average in rushing and scored a touchdown last week. David Montgomery has been getting all the work since Tariq Cohen went down. So I'm going right to David Montgomery at 5,800 against the Panthers, man, who just are giving up rushing yards like crazy. So those are my triple threat this week, man. Matthew Stafford, Mike Davis, and David Montgomery will be in my cash lineup this week.
All right. That's the triple threat. He done called it. Y'all heard him right here. You heard it first on Fantasy Football Come True Outtake from B. Foster, Matthew Stafford, Mike Davis, David Montgomery. Ron Fun, where you putting your money at down in Vegas this week, my man?
Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good question. I'm gonna put my money on B. Foster out here.
I feel you.
I would have lost all my money last week if it wasn't for B. Foster. He saved the day for me. He helped me salvage it. He helped me salvage a little bit of my day last week. I wasn't depressed come Monday morning because I put some money on his lineup last week.
I feel you.
But real talk, man, because of I'm having a hard time finding values this week. My number one pick is to pay down at quarterback, and I'm rocking with Ryan Tannehill. And he's going against a really terrible defense, Houston Texans. He's been putting up 23 fantasy football points a game, and at 5,900, that's a pretty decent spot for me. The question I have around Ryan Tannehill is whether or not I hedge his production with any Derrick Henry. I got to think about, do I really want that touchdown? Are they going to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry when they get inside the red zone, or is Ryan Tannehill going to run it in, or is he going to pass it in? Some of my lineups, I may actually opt to have a hedge because typically the running back and the quarterback are hedges to one another if you look at their correlation over time. So, that's something I might consider, and Derrick Henry's not that expensive. So that's my one pick, even though I kind of told you two, or 1A. Pick one and pick 1A is what I just gave it there. And then we got to trust the process, man. The Green Bay Packers are giving up the second most fantasy points to the running back position on average. So I'm going with Ronald Jones, especially if Leonard Fournette is not playing. Now, if Leonard Fournette is playing, I might come over Ronald Jones and find a better situation. But if Ronald Jones is playing and there's no Leonard Fournette, sign me up for Ronald Jones. There's all sorts of turmoil over there at Tampa Bay with Brady, et cetera. I expect they get inside the red zone. They're going to hand that ball off to Ronald Jones and limit some of the turmoil and the chaos going on over there at the Bucs. And his production hasn't been bad. Last week he gave you 18 points, and the week before he gave you 21 fantasy football points. So whoever had him last week and the week before really paid off at 4X and 5X, respectively or whatever. So that's the second pick there. And then again, I got to lean up into the screen here and shit. I'm rocking with the Jets out here. My final pick is Jamison Crowder, 6,100. 6,100. He's been getting 10 targets. The minimum he's gotten is 10 targets. So 2 games, 10 targets, 1 game, 13 targets. They have no one else to throw to. They're missing Le'Veon Bell. They got Frank Gore. They playing the Miami Dolphins. I mean, they're going to have plenty of opportunities to score this week. And then someone might say, well, dang, why are you going to go with Jamison Crowder at 6,100 when you can go with Claypool at 5,200? Claypool's a trap, y'all. He's a trap. Stay away from Claypool. Actually, you know what? Go with Claypool. I'm going to just fade Claypool, and if Claypool don't have a good week, I'm going to shoot up to the leaderboard, especially in the cash game. You'll make life a whole lot easier for me if everybody goes with Chase Claypool. Yes, he put up 45 fantasy football points last week, but that's been primarily because the Steelers' offense is a pass-heavy offense, and he's had Deontay Johnson not participate in that production last week, not sharing targets with him, primarily because he was hurt, and then he was hurt the game before. So Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame. I love Notre Dame. Rod, that's one of my favorite teams growing up. It's a trap. Stay away from them. But if you decide that you go with Claypool at 5,200 this week, hey, man, that's on y'all. You heard it first right here at the outtake. Stay away from them. So.
No doubt. Fantasy football come true. Ron Fun gave it to you real. He gave you QB, Ryan Tannehill, Tennessee, who rolling up there with Derrick Henry. He also gave you running back Ronald Jones down there with Tampa Bay, who's rolling with Tom Brady. And then he gave you the wide receiver up there with the Jets, Jamison Crowder, who has been targeted no less than 10 times. So you've heard it right here from B. Foster and Ron Fun on Fantasy Football Come True Outtake. This is where they give you the real deal. Uncut, Holyfield. All right, fellas. Anything else y'all want to say before we sign on up out of here?
Oh, man, we good. On to week 6. Let's get paid again.
That's it. Everybody get paid. This is Outtake. We uncut. This is where we have a good time. Definitely check us out on Fantasy Football Come True. You can catch us every Saturday morning, 9:30 on Tobacco Sports Road Radio. See you then.